Good morning, Kelly Swingler here for the introduction to this week's This Is Burnout campaign. Now it's here. I'm like full of beans, full of energy, and I want to be able to keep that up for the week. So this is Burnout. What's it all about? How can you get involved? Let's start with how you can get involved. How you can get involved, first of all, is by sharing your experience. If you are somebody that has experienced burnout, please share your story, share your picture, share your story, share your experience, share your learnings, share what you got from it, share what you wish you had known before you got to the point of burnout, and maybe what you would have changed, right? If you knew that burnout was around the corner, what would you have changed? What would you have done differently? But please share your experiences this week. And if you are close to burnout, please watch as much of the videos as you can. I appreciate we're doing all of this throughout the working week, but you'll be able to find all of the videos on my website, kellyswingler.com, on the This Is Burnout campaign. I'll ensure that all of the videos from every single day will be uploaded by the end of every day, so you'll be able to get them there. And I will also be adding the audio from all of the interviews to the podcast, the Core Led Women podcast. All of the audio from all of the interviews that I will be doing this week, you will be able to listen to over on the podcast. And again, I will ensure that they are uploaded by the end of every day so that you can keep up to date with the campaign. But it's also very important that you do not exhaust yourselves trying to squeeze everything in to this week and listening to all of that. I have ensured that this week I have prepped as much as possible. I've got all of my meals prepped for the week. I've only got 2 other things in my diary outside of this campaign for the week. I am ensuring that my energy is focused purely on this campaign. I'm not pushing myself in order to raise this, and I don't want any of you to either. All of the videos, all of the audio is going to be there for a very, very long time. But you can get involved by sharing the hashtag This Is Burnout, sharing your experiences, sharing your stories. On the This Is Burnout page on my website, you'll also find some images that you can share on your social platforms if you choose to. And obviously, as we go through the course of the week, as I say, get involved with the videos, share the videos from the interviews that I'm going to be doing, share as much information as you can, either because you have experienced burnout and you want others to not have to experience it, because you're close to burnout and you want to stop others from experiencing it, or you've never experienced burnout, but you understand that the numbers are raising at a very, very fast pace and you want to stop that from happening. So please, please, please share everything that you can this week. So why am I doing this campaign? What is it all about? Well, I probably June last year, I got to a point of thinking, I really want to do a video series where I can interview people that I know that have experienced burnout. I am faced with people every day, some of my clients, the people that I speak to, people that come to speak to me if ever I do a talk. I see the data, I see the statistics, I see the reports, I see the conversations that say that burnout is increasing. And so last June, I thought I want to really do a video series whereby we can talk about burnout and understand really what it is, what it means, and the impact, short-term, mid-term, and long-term impact that it can have on those of us that experience it. And as I sat looking through my diary, I couldn't find a week where I would be able to just have the headspace to be able to focus on this. So I kept flicking through my diary, and I came to January. As I looked at the date in my diary, January 2023 is the mark of 10 years. It was January 2013 that the physical signs of burnout really started to take hold of me. The physical symptoms of burnout really started to take hold of me. And I will be talking about that throughout the course of this week, in between some of the interview series. But recognizing that there is that 10-year marker. It's 10 years since, as I said, the physical symptoms of burnout really, really took hold of me. And I don't see burnout getting any better. In fact, I see the cases and numbers of burnout increasing every single time I see research or data or surveys or reports about it. And certainly with the amount of inquiries that I get, the amount of messages that I get, the people that I speak to, as I said, whenever I do a talk, burnout is on the increase. And I know that we can prevent it. I absolutely know that we can banish burnout. And so through the course of this week, I want to do a number of things really. I want to talk about what burnout really is. I want to highlight and showcase the impact that burnout can really have on us. I want to talk about some of these statistics and what I think that we can be doing about it. And I want to be talking about the responsibility that I think we have as leaders within the workplace, but also the responsibility that we have as individuals to ensure that we are doing everything that we can to prevent burnout for ourselves. I know that the toxic environment that I was in absolutely was what caused me to get to the point of burnout. And I know that if I had made changes and I had done what I knew was right for me, I absolutely would not have got to that point. And I think when we, the kind of, I suppose, burnout equation, if we like, if we've got toxic workplaces, we've got moral injury, and again, I'll talk more about that. You can also find out about moral injury with the Softer Success. Go over to the Softer Success website and you'll find some of the research that they've been doing with a couple of universities to really help highlight that. But I think the burnout equation, we look at toxic workplaces, moral injury, plus a loss of our sense of selves. And actually, if we want to prevent burnout, where we get to burnout free living is by knowing deeply who it is that we are at our core, implementing boundaries and taking time for ourselves. And if we do that as individuals and as leaders, we completely eliminate toxic workplaces. There's no need for toxic workplaces when we are being core-led leaders. We just eliminate that completely. So I want to talk throughout the week about some of those stats, some of those figures. I'm not going to bore you with any of that, but I know some of you love the data and the research in order to say, well, it's not that bad in the first place. It is that bad. Burnout can be debilitating. It is absolutely serious. And we are talking about chronic workplace stress that has been going on for a very, very long time. I know as I'm kind of starting, as we're starting 2023, I am already seeing the marketing campaigns, work with us, work with me for a burnout-free 2023, right? It's got a lovely ring to it. And I'm sure that many marketers are already looking at that. However, saying that you can do somebody's social media for them, saying that you can help people with their admin. I've seen marketers, I've seen accounting firms, I have seen software firms, I've seen telecommunication firms, all talking about how you can have a burnout 2023 by working with them. I hope what they mean is that they can stop you being a little bit more exhausted. But being exhausted is not the same as absolutely reaching burnout. Burnout is, and I'm going to be repeating this non-stop all week, and again, I make absolutely no apology for this, but burnout is chronic workplace stress. And chronic stress can kill us, right? There's no two ways about it. Chronic stress can kill. I know that I am still living with 2 health conditions as a result of the chronic stress that my body was experiencing as a result of burnout. And the 2 conditions that I'm living with, it's unlikely that I will ever be living without them. And I know that this is happening to many other people as well. Burnout can kill us. It can make us seriously ill. It can impact us mentally, physically, emotionally. And of course, if it's doing those things, it can also be impacting us spiritually and financially, right? It's very, very difficult to be motivated to be performing at the level that we want to be performing at, to be doing everything that we want to be doing post burnout. And that can also impact us financially. So there are huge, 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 huge things that can happen as a result of this. So this week, starting today, Monday the 9th, running through to, I think, about 4 or 5 o'clock on Thursday the 12th, I will be speaking to 16 people. So over 4 days, I'm going to be conducting 16 interviews with people who have either experienced burnout themselves, one person who feels they may have even caused burnout for one of their team members. And I'm also going to be speaking to a couple of people like me who work with people in overcoming burnout, helping people to eliminate that and thrive in their careers again. So we're going to be having a mix of interviews this week. We're going to be starting at 10 a.m. this morning. My very, very first guest of the week is Michelle Yeoman. I know she does a lot of work around awakened executives. And Michelle and I actually have a very similar story, very similar experience, although different, but also very similar in terms of what we do. So at 10 o'clock this morning, I'm going to be kicking off with Michelle, who's going to be my first guest. I've got a number of interviews that I will be doing today, and we're going to be there's probably going to be about 4 interviews per day between now and Thursday. So please do share, do like, do comment. If you've got questions that start to come up throughout the week as you begin to either watch the videos or listen to any of the audios, you can contact me, direct message me on LinkedIn. I can ensure, or I try my very best to ensure, that we answer all of the questions that come up throughout this week. But really for now, please just get involved, share the videos, use the hashtag #ThisIsBurnout. Let's do everything that we can to raise awareness, to really understand what burnout is, to understand the impact that it can have on us, to prevent ourselves from experiencing it, and to prevent those around us from experiencing it. So I'm going to leave you there for today. That was just a very quick intro of me, but please, please, please get involved. Hashtag #ThisIsBurnout. Share everything that you can. As I said, the videos are also going to be on my website. I'm not sure that LinkedIn is going to allow me to necessarily see all of these as much as possible. Hi, Luke. Hi, Chris. So please, please, please do get involved. Hashtag #ThisIsBurnout. Get involved as much as you can. Ask your questions, and let's just see. I know that we can make a difference this week. I absolutely know that we can make a difference this week in terms of raising awareness, hopefully helping some people to get the help and support that they need, but doing everything that we possibly can to banish burnout. I'm going to leave you there for now. I'm going to go and top my cup up. I will be back at 10 a.m. this morning with the fabulous Michelle Yeoman as we do the very, very first interview of this year's, the first ever This Is Burnout campaign. As I said, we're streaming on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. All of the videos will also be on the website, and I'll be adding them to the podcast. If you cannot watch live, do not worry. Everything is going to be available. But for now, hashtag #ThisIsBurnout. Tag me with your stories, experiences, and let's see what difference we can make this week. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go, and I'll be back with you at 10 a.m. with Michelle Yeoman. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.